All right, so here we're going to use the TI-84 calculator, and I'm going to show you two different ways on the 84 here that you can evaluate the definite integral. And for the 83, you're going to want to use the graphing part. It's probably the easiest one, okay? If you've got an 84 with map print, if you hit alpha window, what that does is that brings up a list of different options that you can go to. So it's technically the F2 key, all right? And if you'll notice in there, we've got a finint, the finint button, okay, function integer. So go ahead and choose that guy, and it gives you a template to fill in. So, hey, we're just going to go from -1 to 3, and whoops, that needs to be -1. Sorry about that. So we're going to -1 to 3. And then we can just type in our equation, x cubed, so x cubed plus 1, and then over here dx. And then boom, there it is, 24, which is what we found out on our previous slide doing it with antiderivative. The other way you might do it, and if you'll just pause for a second while I get in here and change a setting. The other thing that you could do is if you have a TI-83, this is an option for you. You're going to hit the math key, or if you have an 84 without math print, hit the math key and look down here, option 9. Option 9 is finint, okay? Finint. So go ahead and pick that. Now it looks totally different, but we're going to do basically the same exact thing. So here's the rules. Anytime you're on an 84 and it comes up with this: function, comma, variable, comma, lower limit, comma, upper limit, enter. That's what it's going to be. So that's what we're going to do. So what we're going to do, what function are we working with? We're working with x cubed plus 1. So it would look like this, comma, the variable x, comma, from -1, comma, to 3, enter. And it's 24. So if you have an 83, this is how you're going to do it. Now, there's one other way to do this, and it's really cool, and it's actually the easiest way for the 83s. On the 84s, you could do what, you still have choices, okay? So let's graph this guy, x cubed plus 1. We're going to graph this guy, x cubed plus 1. And I'm just going to go with zoom 6, which is a standard window. It's not always the best window to use, okay, because everything is squished funny. It's stretched wider and it's squished vertically. So it's not technically a true shape, but it lets us see what's going on, okay? Now, if you're on an 83, if you hit the second, or the 84, okay, if you hit second trace, it'll take you to the calc menu, all right? And then right in there is the integral. Choice number 7 is the integral. So you can hit choice 7, and it asks you for the lower limit. Just put in -1 and hit enter. And then it'll ask you for the upper limit, and you put in 3 and hit enter. And then boom, it does this part for you. Now, you have to be able to see the lower and upper limits on the x-axis on your calculator, or you will get an error. So if you can't see -1, or if you can't see 3, or whatever your limits are for your problem, change your window so that your upper and lower limit are both on that window. And then you can graph it, and here you go. What's the answer? 24.